Hello, my name is Rita Mwanza. I'm 22 years old and I live in Newport, South Wales, and this is my story. When I first heard about COVID-19, I was sat in the living room with my boyfriend and his mother, and we were watching the news. I didn't really pay that much attention because the way it was described on the news, I felt that COVID-19 was really far away. It was just something else that was happening in another part of the world, and my life wouldn't really change. Naively, almost a year has passed, and COVID-19 has changed my life forever and obviously the lives of everybody else. During the pandemic, I was working in a financial services call center. I was helping people who'd fallen behind on their bills get up to date and provide affordable payment plans or payment breaks when it was most applicable. I was doing this job in order to save some money for a new job that I was due to start in the travel and tourism and entertainment industry. I was really excited to start this job because I just think it's really important to have a sense of enjoyment in the type of job that you're doing because the majority of us spend more time at work than we do at home. I also wanted to spend my time in a completely different environment. And I also felt that it would be a great opportunity for me to work in an industry that is ever changing and I would be able to find jobs in the future. Now, during this time, I felt quite isolated from my family and friends while I was working at home within the call center. I have family abroad in Zambia, but also friends who are scattered all across the UK. And not knowing when I was able to see them was just something that really impacted my mental health. I was also hearing people discuss that they couldn't make ends meet. They didn't know where their next amount of money was coming from, and they felt that they didn't have any support from the government or anyone, especially those that were self-employed. This, on top of my mental health, led me to actually leave that position within the call centre. Now, I found that when I was looking for help within my job role and understanding what was next due to the restrictions, that I didn't really have much help. The travel industry was heavily impacted, as were many industries, but I didn't even think that the government provided any clarity or help for me. I saw that employers were still hiring jobs, and knowing that my job was now in limbo, I was responding to other employers. Unfortunately, most of them weren't able to respond to me, or they weren't able to give an answer about what could potentially happen in the future. When it came to friends of mine who were of a similar age who had just graduated or were looking for their next steps, they also really struggled. Some of my friends didn't like the idea that the way they would study would change, and a lot had jobs and opportunities that were cancelled. Currently, I am going to be working as a scheme support officer. I found this job while I was looking for jobs on Indeed. I wrote down what I wanted within a job and what I saw within my future, and then I started going from there. Unfortunately, I will not be looking for jobs within the travel and entertainment industry because I do just feel that it's quite heavily impacted now due to COVID-19, and that's why things have drastically changed for me. The job that I'll be doing involves working with people that have complex needs, such as drug and alcohol addictions. I'll be helping them with their tenancy management and teaching them life skills and helping them with qualifications so they can move on to be independent individuals that can also contribute positively to society. I wanted to do this job because I do also have the heart to help people. I also feel that within the scheme that I'll be working in, there's so many positions and abilities for me to be able to develop professionally within my career. I really find that it's important for a job to provide care and support to you, but also professional development in a secure working environment. You're not going to be able to want to work up in a company if the company is also not in a good financial position. and also if that industry is compromised. I think that it's important as young people to not just look at where we are now, but also to look forward in the future. Young people need to be willing to find opportunities as well and not just sit and wait for them. Be prepared to give managers feedback about your job and what could be improved. I also think it's important for young people to be part of the dialogue with the government and also take time to respond to surveys so that you can get what you want. And I think it's important for the government to reach us in different places, whether that be schools, colleges, through surveys, and even in the workplace, so that companies can also have government support. And lastly, I really think it's important that the government also look into supporting local businesses. Supporting local businesses is so important to me, especially after seeing so many struggle in the Newport area and eventually close down. I think an apprenticeship style scheme with local businesses um, developed by the government to upskill young people within the local area would be fantastic and a great way for young people to look into different industries and know how businesses work, but also find out what they want to do and also be better individuals so that they're more confident going into the world of work. Thank you for listening and enjoy the rest of the conference.